Hello everyone, today we'll take a look at the best 3D printers in the market for 2023. I made this list based on my personal opinion, and I'll try to help you find the right one for your needs. To see the most up-to-date prices and find out more information about these 3D printers, you can check out the links in the description below. Let's get started. Number 1. Creality Ender 3 Zone Pro. Best 3D printer overall. Creality's Ender 3 Zone Pro is the latest and most impressive iteration of the popular Ender 3 line. Not a cheap DIY 3D printer in need of upgrades like its predecessors, the $479 Zone Pro arrives fully loaded, delivering an out-of-the-box experience that's simple for beginners and powerful for experience makers. The Ender 3 Zone Pro comes mostly assembled and only took us about 15 minutes and a handful of bolts to put together. Bed leveling, the bane of makers new to the hobby, is no longer a worry with Creality's CR Touch Probe. This is by far one of the easiest auto-leveling systems we've tested. The list of improvements the Ender 3 Zone Pro has over the humble Ender 3 is massive. It has a Sprite direct drive with an all-metal hot end, a PEI-coated steel flex plate, a color touch screen, tension knobs, a storage drawer, a light kit, and even a better spool holder. The Zone Pro also comes with a swappable tool head, allowing you to add the optional laser module for engraving. But all of its bells and whistles wouldn't land the Ender 3 Zone Pro at the top of our best 3D printers list if it didn't also provide amazing output. When we printed a variety of detailed models such as a toy dolphin, a vase, and a beckoning cat, prints were extremely sharp, with fine lines and little to no stringing. In addition to the great models we printed with PLA filament, we got really strong results when we worked with TPU and PEG filaments. Some green TPU produced life, like leaves on a potted plant model. Reasons to buy. Easy assembly. Great print quality. Direct drive. All metal hot end. Auto bed leveling. Reasons to avoid. Pricey for an Ender. Mediocre UI. Number 2. Anycubic Kobra Max. Best 3D printer for props and cosplay. Do you want to print helmets, props, and large pieces of cosplay armor, but you don't want to slice them up into a jigsaw puzzle? Then the Anycubic Kobra Max is your dream machine. It has an enormous 400x400x450 build volume that can only be beat by the endless CR30 belt printer. Warning, this is a beast of a machine that needs 3 square feet of operating space. We had some trouble finding a good spot for it because it was too big for our workshop counter. The Kobra Max makes up for its gigantic footprint by being incredibly easy to assemble. It comes as a mostly assembled modular kit, and after placing a few bolts and screws, we had it unboxed and printing in about 30 minutes. Available at $569, the Kobra Max pumps out smooth prints with the help of a volcano-style hot end and dual-gear extruder. The bed is carborundum-coated glass that gets tacky when heated. It has excellent adhesion while hot, and if you listen closely as it cools down, you can actually hear the prints crackle as the glass releases its grip. Giant beds like the one on the Kobra Max would be difficult to level by hand. Thankfully, Anycubic system makes it easy with a hard-mounted bed and an auto-leveling sensor built right into the hot end. The nozzle physically taps the glass surface to make a very accurate mesh. We only had to tweak the Z height to adjust for the difference in filament types. The one significant fault on the Kobra Max is the lack of an included profile in Cura, leaving us to manually plug in dimensions and puzzle out the perfect settings. We feel that Anycubic's suggestion to use Cura defaults moves the heavy print bit way too fast, so we borrowed settings from a Creality CR10's profile and then got perfect prints. Reasons to buy. Massive build size. Accurate auto bed leveling. Build plate releases when cool. Reasons to avoid. Massive footprint. No profile in Cura. Number 3. ELEGOO Mars 2 Pro. Best budget resin 3D printer. If you're getting into resin 3D printing for the first time, you have an overwhelming number of options and price points. The good news for beginners is you don't have to sacrifice your budget for quality. You can find the easy-to-use Mars 2 Pro on sale for as little as $200. Its smaller build volume is perfect for gaming miniatures and trinkets, but not larger models. And though its toque resolution may not be the most detailed among resin printers, it is miles ahead of the quality you can achieve with a filament-based machine. The Mars 2 Pro comes with a built-in filter system that I found really helps with fumes associated with resin printing. Its spring-loaded self-leveling build platforms is hands down the easiest system we've ever used. Reasons to buy. Spring-loaded self-leveling build platform. Integrated air filtration system. Reasons to avoid. Build volume can feel limited. Number 4. Anycubic Kobra Go. Best budget FDM 3D printer. The Anycubic Kobra Go is the perfect budget 3D printer for new makers wanting to learn the craft, as well as seasoned pros who want a trouble-free second or third machine. Sure, it doesn't have a fancy touchscreen, but it does have 2 features that make life easy: auto bed leveling and a PEI-coated flex plate. Anycubic kept the cost low, a remarkable $219, by making this version a DIY kit with a cheaper Bowden-style extruder. Its tiny knob-controlled screen might seem like a step backwards, but it's so easy to navigate I didn't even mind. The extra half hour or so spent assembling the printer is well worth the $100 you're saving when compared to the standard Kobra or the similarly kitted out Creality Ender 3 to a Neo. Opens a new tab. I've seen a lot of cheap printers, and usually they're just machines way past their prime being clearance out of the warehouse. This is not the case for the Kobra Go, which is a no-nonsense version of the 5-month-old Kobra. You're not buying old tech, but a modern printer with quiet fans, a 32-bit board, silent stepper drivers, and built-in belt tensioners. Reasons to buy. Affordable price. Quality prints. Auto bed leveling. Reasons to avoid. Requires some assembly. Number 5. Creality Ender 5 Zone. Best high-temperature 3D printer. Any 3D printer can handle PLA, but when it comes to engineering-grade material, you want a printer that gets hot and heavy. The Ender 5 Zone is a cube-style printer with a titanium alloy heat break, an extra-large cooling fan, and a high-flow nozzle borrowed from the new Creality Spider Hotend. It's capable of reaching 300 degrees at the nozzle and a toasty 110 degrees on the heat bed. It doesn't come with an enclosure, but Creality's website shows acrylic sides will soon be available as an accessory. This will allow you to print finicky materials like ABS without trouble. The Ender 5 Zone is a good all-around printer with auto bed leveling, a PC-coated flex plate, and easy-to-use touchscreen. It has an all-metal direct drive that tames squirty filament. We printed completely string-free flexi toys in both TPU and PEC, something not easily done. It's also a fairly fast 3D printer, with a standard running speed of 120 mm/s and very decent results at its max speed of 250 mm/s. Our test prints were easily done in half the time it would take an Ender 3 Pro while maintaining quality results. Reasons to buy. All-metal Hotend. High-flow nozzle. Improved speed. Direct drive. Auto bed leveling. Reasons to avoid. Mislabeled nozzle. Print surface easily damaged.